Welcome to Nav Classes. Today's tutorial is on primary functions of HRM and secondary functions of HRM. If we want to go in detail of HRD, Human Resource Development, then we should know about the functions of HRM, Human Resource Management, because Human Resource Development itself is the function of Human Resource Management. Okay. If you didn't subscribe yet, then please subscribe first and ring the bell to get all notifications of lectures as and when they are uploaded in your email ID. Let's start with it. Firstly, we talk about primary functions of HRM. These are directly involved with obtaining, maintaining, and developing the employees. Under this, HRM plans the human resource. So they plan to what extent the employees are required and for which particular job they are required. And the emphasis is on equal employment opportunities. Equal employment opportunity activities are intended to satisfy both legal and moral responsibilities of organization through the prevention of discriminatory policies, procedures and practices. Equal employment opportunity includes decisions affecting hiring, training, appraising and compensating employees. Here we consider all employees has equal chances to get the job and equal chances to get ahead in job. Okay, because whenever employees come to our company, HRM should take all employees as equal and they should give the chance to each and every employee equally, because in some cases what happen is person are having certain skills, academic skills and knowledges, but they are not having those strategic mind in doing a thing in right way, whereas in other case may some people are having lesser skills, academic skills, but they are having great mind so that they can input their own efforts because of their own great mindset. So in that case the panel should give all equal opportunities so that they can input their own values and they can show what they can do, so that we are able to employ great top staff to our company and our company will not let out of great people. Then there is staffing process. Under this, recruitment and selection is done. Staffing activities are designed for timely identification of potential applicants for current and future openings and for assessing and evaluating applicants in order to make selection and placement process. So under this whole recruitment and selection process is done. Then there is compensation and benefits. Then human resource management should think about what amount of compensation to be given to the particular job and which type of benefits are to be given to which type of workers, because there are certain workers who motivated just because of compensation, monetary benefits, and other workers may motivated with the higher level needs like game playing, their role in strategic task, etc. So those criteria are to be taken care of. Employer and labor relations are very important for the company. These activities include developing a communication system through which employees can address their problem and grievances. Okay. Labor relation will include the development of working relations with each labor union as well as contract negotiations and administrations. So the company or organization should take care of all employees and labor relations, because if there is grievance in the company, then it will hurt company's position as well as company's output. So we should minimize all grievances and the management should take care of all things in such a manner that grievances will not arise or will arise at very minimal level, so that companies process and companies working condition will not get hurt just because of bad labor relations. Then there is health, safety and securities. These activities seeks to promote a safe and healthy work environment. This can include actions such as safety training, employee assistance program and health and wellness programs. Remember, employees' health is also very important to the company, because our employees are not healthy and are not safe in the company, then they are not able to give their inputs as desired. If the person is not healthy enough to do the job, then that person cannot be able to do all jobs as per the capacity and capability of the person. So we should take care of the health of our company and our employees. For that, all first aid systems and other things are to be taken care of. Safety of worker is very important, and management should tell the workers how to do the task in more safer manner, and for example how to manage or work on particular machinery so that they cannot injure themselves while doing tasks. And their security is very important. Like in case of women, the women security is very important for every organization, so that no harassment or anything else should happen with them. Now we talk about human resource development. Here we should understand that human resource development is the primary function of human resource management, but has the broader concept than human resource management, because under human resource management we take all skills and capabilities of workers as they are, but under human resource development we go further and want to ensure employees current demand, make them able to cope with future job demands within the organization as well as outside the organizations. Next we talk about secondary functions of human resource management. These functions either provide support for journal management activities or are involved in determining or changing the structure of organization. HRM's secondary function is to know about the organization design, and then according to that we design our jobs, and according to that the jobs are given to different people. So activities are concerned with interdepartmental relations and organization and definition of the job. Then there is performance management and performance appraisal systems. These are used for establishing and maintaining accountability throughout the organization. So that is why we call it secondary function, as this is for the organization as a whole. Here we manage the performance of our workers and try to appraise those performance and make the performance appraisal system by different type of incentives. Then there is research and information system. It includes human resource information system as well, and these are necessary to make enlightened human resource decisions. Here we research which type of competencies are required for the particular job. If we are willing to recruit people, then beforehand HRM decide which type of competencies, which type of skills, experiences and which type of future needs are required to do a particular task, and then according to that such informations are delivered to our managements, and then according to them people are recruited in the organization. This is one example only. So research and information system is very important function. Here we end up with our today's lecture on primary and secondary functions of human resource management, and next we are talking about evolution of human resource development, how human resource development came into its existence, and what is the origin of human resource development and how it exists today. And we are going to discuss next lecture in two parts. Keep watching Now Classes, subscribe and must ring the bell with it to get all notification in your inbox. Ask your friends to come and join Now Classes community, because when we learn in group then we are able to learn more, and more as we consider the same topic and discuss the same topic with each other. Thank you.